Welcome to Flick Tactics Week 20 updates, or you can say game release. And it's time to check out the additions and changes for this week. We have Kyle Knudsen, who did Guru full body art, as you can see on the right side, and then there is the Guru facial expressions down there, and there is also the Hulu full body art. Chris DeLeon integrated credits, and I improved and added a lot of sound effects. The Zareem full body art, as you can see on the right side, it's has this orange shirt which Kyle really liked. Taja full body art and Taja facial expressions. The purple guy. It's the game release time, and I'm excited to show you the game. But before that, I want to talk about my goals. I want to get better in points. Strategy game design, the number one thing, cooperation and teamwork, finishing game skill, and level design. So let's get on to the first point, which is the strategy game design, the focus of this Flick Tactics game. During the development, I've realized that no matter how good we can think of mechanics and stuff, and no matter whatever crazy ideas we have or whatnot, it is in the end it is all about playtesting, right? And this is something which is really important when you are designing something like a strategy game, where you need to playtest everything, all the mechanics that you are thinking of, because it is possible that one mechanic may not feel and look decent with the other mechanic, and there may or may not be enough compatibility between the features. To be honest, there are still some features in Flick Tactics that seems unnecessary and may not feel compatible, but I tried my best. When a unit can do more than one type of action, I'm talking about type of action, right? It gets very interesting and complex as well, and it also gets complex to develop enemy AI with that concept in mind, which is why I couldn't complete the enemy AI. This third point is what Flick Tactics is all about. Units with the ability to change position of another unit, or you can say maneuverability, and terrain advantage together with the level design gives really exciting choices to both players. And this is the point, which is basically the whole Flick Tactics revolves around this one point, and it really shines throughout the game. It's a blend of Advance Wars and Into the Breach, and I've actually cut a lot of features that I originally thought of, and I think I did the right thing. Cutting off more features is actually, it turned out to be better as compared to making it bad. And actually, there is a kind of feature creep in the game, to be honest, like boosting the buildings to get faster units, and then there's the deploy delay. A lot of little things that unnecessarily make the game complex, in my opinion. Maybe not. It will, I mean, again, I have to play test it a lot to really know whether those decisions are right or not, but over the period of time I feel like maybe those features are really unnecessary. Balance is essential in a strategy game, of course. Without balance, strategy game can be exploited. Some units can be used a lot more, whereas some are just neglected and stuff like that, which is definitely not good. So there is some sort of balance which is required in every strategy game, but it is also important to not to completely forget overpowering. I mean, there should be some aspect of overpowering as well. For instance, let me just give you an example. In Flick Tactics, what you can do is Teleport Mech, which is like a very weak unit and it doesn't attack at all. What Teleport Mech can do is it can hover over the waters or sea, and it can teleport an enemy mech, for instance, let's say cannon mech, into the water, which destroys the cannon mech completely. So in that way, Teleport Mech gets really overpowered, even though Teleport Mech cannot attack. It simply swaps the places of the cannon mech, and the cannon mech gets completely destroyed. Whereas the teleport mech, it does the job, even though it's not an attack unit. It is kind of like attacking the cannon mech. So yeah, there are these things that really changes the dynamics of the game, and it feels overpowered and smart as well. And this is the element that I really wanted to bring in the game. There is one decision that I made in the start of the Flick Tactics, which is that there will be action points. Now what action points do is that it restricts the player to take just few actions rather than using all the units every turn. It adds another layer of decision making, and that's what Flick Tactics is all about. Having less action points means that you cannot control all the units per turn. You can just control few of them, and it is based on the action points and what you feel is right, what you think, what you decide is the right action to do. And it simply adds more complexity and more what you can say, more fun. For instance, let's just say chess. In chess you can only move one unit, right, where there are all the pawns and kings and queens, but you can only move one unit. In Flick Tactics, it's similar, but you cannot move all units. You can move some units. It depends on the action points that you get after each turn. The next point is cooperation and teamwork. Again, just like with Flick Tactics, I feel like I couldn't make it easy for coders to hop in. Even though the code base was much lesser compared to Mystic Chambers, it was still not easy, that's for sure. And well, I will talk about it why it is not easy in the next point. I think I need to really think about how to code, right? Like I have to rethink up my strategy of writing code basically. But still, many were able to contribute in the code, which is really good. And I want to thank Ashley Morris, Alan Rigosh, Jonathan Peterson, Philip Green, and Strayford for all the coding contributions. Really, great effort. Other than the coding stuff, there were a lot of other contributions made from other members and of course some of the same members. And I did my best to help them along the way. Thanks to Kyle Knudsen, Ashley Morris, Gonzalo Delgado, Rutger McKenna, and Strayford for the amazing artwork. Strayford, I believe he did question mark mech animation, yeah. And then thanks to Rockley and Alan Zaring for the lovely audio work, really amazing work. And then thanks to Ryan Young and Justin Chin for the level designs and dialogues, or you can say writing. One thing I want to mention, it's not really very relevant, but still I feel like mentioning it, is that I actually missed Krister during the development, yeah. Let's talk about hot stuff. Game is kind of finished. I mean, you can play player versus player, right? Which is good enough, but of course you cannot play PvE or player versus AI, which is something most people play. I mean, I have to find another person to play with this game, which is okay. I mean, I will be developing enemy AI anyways. I learned a lot of new things during this entire process. During this the 5 months period, a lot of other stuff really distracted me from Flick Tactics development. I have been doing a lot of freelance stuff, and of course I have been also doing the YouTube work. I've also participated in few game jams. We still did a great job. We were able to keep Flick Tactics going on and develop every week, and that is the beauty of HomeTeam, to be honest. Procrastination, or coding procrastination, coding procrastination, whatever you want to call it. That's the new term that I coined. Basically, it means procrastination in the form of coding. This is something which is really true. In the start of the Flick Tactics, some progress happens, and in the middle, somewhere I got distracted into the UI stuff, and I simply keep on coding UI and polishing it. And then there is also this fact that I end up making unnecessary structures and compositions in the code and stuff, and all of this take a really good amount of time, like 4-6 weeks in the middle of Flick Tactics. That's something that I definitely feel like I could have improved. I could have avoided it, and it could have been time well spent in developing the game more efficiently. Basically, whenever we start coding, we never feel like we are procrastinating, to be honest. We feel like we are progressing, we are doing something, some tasks, and maybe those tasks go into work in progress column, or whatever you want to say. Even sometimes with coding, our mind just gets into this autopilot state where we just keep on doing code without really thinking much about what to do or how to do whatever. Yeah, I think I was in that state for some time during the Flick Tactics development, and that's what I meant by code procrastination. Maybe you may disagree with me that there is something like code procrastination, I mean procrastination in the form of coding, but I believe it is real thing. There's another thing that I realized, is that the longer the project, the more time should be gone into planning phase. Due to less planning, there were a lot of WIPs, work in progress stuff, and tasks that can be broken down into several small tasks. Before the gameplay update, I was really trying to proceed on to developing the gameplay in the right way, but I couldn't do it because it really felt like crazy kind of WIP task, and I didn't have a clear mindset or goal. And after I break the task down and did those tasks, which I put in another Trello board, I was able to do it really fast, and after that, gameplay update happened. What I really want to say is that if there was more planning involved, it could have been more finished. By the way, all the things that I have said are my mistakes, right? Me as a team lead. I just want to clear that out. Even though level design wasn't the main focus of the game. It should be main focus, but it wasn't. We still were able to make really decent maps thanks to Ryan Young and Kyle Knudsen, who did Great Divide. We have done a really great job. We have done so many things. I'm really happy that we were able to do so much things. But of course, there are always things that I wished I could have done before the release, but I couldn't do. And the number one is probably the anime AI. It is work in progress, and then there's the campaign story and mobile friendliness of the game. It's playtime, but before playtime, we will do a little comparison. This is how the game looked like. Very simple, and it's really minimal and very primitive. You can move the mech and you can change the unit. Yeah, that was pretty much all there was in this game. Here is the game. Now you can see that characters are coming, and yeah, Taja. Right, there is the Hulu. Really cool. Guru, and I can now turn off the music from here, background music, and then there's the help where you can see how to really do things. And it's not really detailed, but I believe it should get you going. And to be honest, yeah, I believe that, but I'm not sure. And then there is the unit stuff, unit details, how units work and everything. So I go back, and if I play the game, I can select, right? And it also shows the name and properties of the character, basically power name and power description. As you can see now, if I select the units, it has a sound effect with it, which is really cool. And I just keep buying more mechs, because deploying mechs don't use any AP. Right, I won't step on the toxic tile because toxic tile hurts. I will just keep on buying more rifle mechs. So Jonah appears rare. It has much lesser percentage of coming as a co fighting with you. So yeah, that's cool. Now what I can do here is I can buy. Oh, there are a lot of units gonna come and attack. So what I can do is I will buy rifle mechs, of course. I will create a wall of rifle mechs. Right? What I'm gonna do, it's a strategy to fight against the enemies. What I can do is I can get a teleport mech, 2 teleports mech, and I can move here and teleport this guy over here. Haha, see the magic? Now what I can do is, and I still have 30,000 and 3 AP, so what I can do is I can buy another artillery mech and attack. That's cool. Ah, what a destruction. So they have now 99 HPs, as you can see. Yeah, pretty cool. But I can create fire here so that if the unit stands here, yeah, let's do that. I want Zareem to win. Come on, Zareem, attack. So what a damage. What a cool damage. I won't stand on the fire. That's a massive damage. Whoa, oh, yeah, Toxic don't have enough defense. So of course. Oh my god, I need to get supply max, otherwise it will be a mess. Boom, boom, what do I hear? Rifle Apocalypse. Yo. That's cool. And I get rank up for all my rifle max. That's why it's amazing. So let's see. Yeah, Jonah got his power. Use power. Come join your true master. Ha ha ha. Oh my god. That's... Oh, oh, look at that. Now we have one of their main units with full rank. That is why Jonah is overpowered. And whoa, another thing is ranked. What is this? I will surrender because war building is very damaged and Zareem has decided to surrender. My rifle max got shredded. What a useless bug you are. Jonah wins. Player wins. And here, I was playing this game here. See? Here. So, 3 2, 1. Ta-da! The game is released. Thank you for the contributions. You can check out the game at boldstudycreative.h.io/flick tactics, and the link will be in the description. And there is also the post flick tactics, in which we will be doing enemy AI and campaign story. I won't promise it. I might not do it. I'm not sure, but we will see. We will see. All right. So yeah, that's the release. Thank you.